So today I wanted to give another garden report. Things have really changed since the last time I talked to you from here. We got the garden in a little bit late, but things have really started to take off, and we're trying to create this little realm of nutrition and beauty and this health and a world where things are in balance and taken care of. And it's just a little just a little world. It's exactly the kinds of things that we try to do in the world as followers of Christ. And we're doing okay. I've been watering because it's been a dry summer, and I've been helping Christina, who is the chief gardener, helping her with fencing and weeding a little bit, but mainly I spend my time in the potatoes, and it's been a great potato year for us here, and I've been weeding them and just trying to keep the bugs off of them. There are some weeds, there are some bugs, and that's okay. Everything is kind of in balance. They look really healthy and happy. And I was weeding the other day, and I decided to leave some milkweed. And Christina kind of challenged me on it, but I love milkweed. I love the smell. I love the complex blossoms. I love that they draw monarch butterflies and all kinds of good pollinating insects. And I love the pods. I think they're just amazing and to watch develop, and then the seeds and when they release, when they open. Of course, there'll be too many seeds for the garden. It won't be good. We'll be pulling weeds, but they're just so beautiful. But it raises the question: how do we decide what is a weed and what is not? I mean, I decided that some of these milkweed plants are not weeds. To me, they are valuable in and of themselves. But how can we tell as we try to create our little world, how to keep things in balance, what to allow, what to not allow? And it takes, there's a word in the Christian tradition, in the spiritual path, called discernment. Discernment, it means to have a vision, to help make decisions, discerning whether to do this or to do that. It's trying to envision and come up with some values would help us decide whether to leave a milkweed or not. And Jesus used the image of a garden to help us see how we can have hearts that and minds that really can discern. And what he said was, imagine a sower of seeds went out and just was scattering seeds, and some of them fell on the path, and some fell on rocky soil, where it was thin soil, and some fell where there are thorns, and they were overshadowed by all these weeds and thorns, and then some fell on good, fertile, open ground and really grew, and those grew, and the ones on the paths, the birds came and they took them away. They got trampled underfoot. The rocky ones, the ones where the soil was thin, they did fine at first, but then when it got dry, they didn't have the roots to keep growing, so they wilted and died. The ones that were overshadowed by thorns and weeds just got kind of choked out, and they never came to fruit. But the ones that were in a good, fertile, rich soil, they produced many, many more seeds and many fruits. And he said this is like the spiritual life. We need to cultivate in our hearts this good open ground, not on rocky soil. We need to have deep roots. We need to really open and deepen and not distracted by all the thorns and weeds of the world. We need to kind of clear out space in our life for listening and listening to the Spirit and growing in understanding and in wisdom. And if we do that, we will be able to make good decisions and have a vision of how the world should be and how we could help create it, make it be that way. So Paul has a great saying, the Apostle Paul: all things work together for the good for those who love God. So if we are like seeds that are falling on fertile, open ground in our heart, we are loving God. All things are going to work together for the good. We may not make the right decision every time. Things may not seem to work out, but in the end, we will keep doing what love of God suggests that we do, and the potatoes will be yummy, and the milkweed will smell sweet. So, of course, there is one tool that is like, like a hoe, or any of the other tools that we've used to make this fertile, open ground, and we can use it in our hearts to make us open to be able to discern wisely how to create the world of love around us. And that, of course, is prayer. Prayer makes our hearts like a garden that God can plant seeds in, that the Spirit can come and plant its seeds in, so that we are wise and know what to do in our lives, moment by moment, day by day, row by row, to create the realm of God on earth. So let's practice that now. Let us pray.